Hey homies, what's up? Ryan Wynn here, working on a sketch cover. It's a Divinity 3 commission. Doing this for our friend Chris Admonson. He's going to be getting it at ECCC, Emerald City Comic Con. He didn't want to see what it looked like beforehand, so this is a few weeks before now, before anyone's watching this, and or before I've uploaded it anyways, and I decided to film it so he could watch this later. So, he wanted a Ninjak versus Commander Bloodshot from the Stalinverse universe, and he wants it half by me and half by David Barron, but the way David and I like to work, he likes to put a lot of the pressure on me, so I'm going to be sketching out laying out the figures. So I have my sketch of Ninjak versus Commander Bloodshot, and then I'll even show you guys this. I did a little photo reference based on that just so I could have this offhand. It's always great to work with reference. You never want to draw over photos or anything like that. That's a really bad practice, but you do want to use as much reference as possible. Let me get that off screen so you guys don't have to look at my ugly mug. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to set this aside here, and we're going to get to laying this out properly. Hold on. I'm trying new setups, so bear with me. We're going to be trying different camera arrangements, things like that, on these next few videos. Excuse me. Alright, so another thing I like to do is I mark off the thirds of my image. I forgot to do that. Here, 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 here. These thirds and these thirds. And you'll notice my focal points line up on some of these, but in the center of them is where the blades are clashing. So, anyways, that's kind of my composition that I'm working from. That also helps me when I go to jump in scale to the much larger sketch cover. I can then I can reference that, and I can know exactly where to start with Ninjak's head. So, let's get into it. He's thrusting forward. Let's see. A little bit bigger on the head. We'll have it break the logo so his hair can be going behind that. It's a little too over. See? All of that bragging about my system, and then I go and screw it up right in the beginning. That's okay. Never be afraid to erase. Try again. You get better every time you draw it, so erasing's just that opportunity to... Oh, I see what I did wrong. Get better. Should have finished that sentence first. My thirds were off a little bit. A third almost brings us to the center here. I actually kind of like that a little better. Okay. Still haven't break that. So that'll be head, neck, head maybe a little smaller. I might be going way smaller on the head. I'm going to look at the body, which has the most mass here. We want the legs to break there. Alright, so I got the figures pretty much blocked off exactly where I want them. Exactly. No, that's not true. Pretty close. Still going to do some nudging as we work, but Ninjak is pretty much worked out and solidified here. We are kind of looking up at them, so I want to make sure to kind of have that feel. I draw through everything. Excuse me, draw through is, I draw through my shapes throughout the process. Kind of make sure that everything's in the right perspective. Our eye line's going to be kind of like, probably down here, so around Ninjak's waist, kind of even out there. So even though this is going to be half Ryan Wynn, half David Barron, David's going to finish ink and probably add a little bit of color. So since I'm not going to be adding any color, we're going to trade off a little bit of work. I'm going to do a little bit of structure building on here so that he can quickly do his thing and draw it in his style, but all the structure will be there, so he doesn't have to fiddle with that before the convention. So let's say, what do we want to do next? I say we take some kneaded eraser. We're gonna do one more. Let's see, now we're going to just lightly scrub with the kneaded eraser. Mostly dab. Dab, dab, dab. So, you can still kind of see what you've drawn there, but I can lose a lot of the sketch lines, a lot of these structure lines. I don't want to completely lose them because they contain a lot of the energy for the gesture and the pose and the musculature, which eventually kind of translates into my style or your style, whatever, however you're looking at this. Alright, so then I do one more pass kind of on the structure. So I already got make sure I got the head kind of, that's our key. So I want the head to look the coolest. It's got the coolest shapes. It's got this round, kind of sharp chin there. Gonna do something cool with his eyes looking up at Bloodshot. We're gonna have his neck, and we're looking up again from kind of down here. So these muscles across back here and back here aren't gonna be as big as they normally would, because we're gonna have some foreshortening going on here with the pecs. And now we got the delts here. Alright, we got the forearm that interrupts here a little bit. Let's see. Let's forget. Yeah, okay, that's right. Shape of the elbow. Alright, so then this hand, the palm is coming towards us, so it's kind of like this. If you need to learn how to draw hands, don't come to me. Go watch your Jim Lee videos. Those are much better. So, let's see, we're going to have a knuckle, a knuckle, a knuckle, a knuckle. Should only have 4. And then I draw the fingers as a group like this, and then I will divide them up like that for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we had the thumb wrapping around, not completely coming over like it would on a fist, because it's wrapping around, the fingers are all wrapping around the handle of the sword. Speaking of which, we're going to have the, was it the hilt of it right there. Oh, you know what? The angle's off. It's got to be angling up, going right into Bloodshot's chest. So, let's see. Still got a little eraser on the back of the pencil there. It's a decent white nylon eraser on this cheap 99-cent store pencil. Alright, so that's about right. Okay. So then we've got this second hand over here. And And the, let's see, the handle is coming down across like this. The sword's going up like that. Okay, so this hand, the wrist will be about here. Thumb's going to go out there and start to wrap around like that. So then we've got the outside of the palm, I guess, kind of coming towards us. Not as much as this one, where this one's coming right at us, like this. This one is, I can't do it. I can't get my left hand in there to show you. I guess I could show you here. See, like that. We're going to kind of mimic that hand gesture. So, and that one starts up here and works its way down like that. So you get a good pointer finger action like that as the hand folds around and the meat of the palm there. And you got that little rotator dude there. I'll bring this arm up here. My reference screen just shut off on me. That's alright, we know what we're doing now. So we got that. Let's get this shoulder muscle placement in here. And it's getting cut off by basically the bicep, tricep area. Pec's gonna meet in there. Let's see, rib cage coming down like this. Got his little love handles, which aren't really love handles on him. Alright, we're gonna place his ear now. We're gonna start getting into some of the musculature here. Can really nail it. And I do want it to kind of have my cartoony element. I don't want to get too superhero-y, realistic with it. Again, we'll have his hair whipping past and around the logo. He's moving fast. Let's stick a little nose action out there and then do that. There we go. Alright, so far, so good. I'm gonna have to get some Ninjak reference, I think. Man, there was a time where I knew all the Unity costumes really well. Trevor just kind of loosely drew them, and I would loosely ink them, and then one day the editors were like, hey, man, you know, we need some consistency here. Can you please finish up these costumes? So I got to know the costumes really well, but it's been a while. Patrick Zurcher did a good job designing the Ninjak costume. It's busy, but not too busy, and it's kind of fun to draw when you know how it goes. Let's see how far I can get before I get lost. Right, it's got those fins, it's got the kind of a gi thing going on here. Then his belt buckle, let's see, start in the center. Let's see, I think then it goes up like that. Something like this. Then it shoots up on the sides over his hips like that. Something like that, and then he's got his little crotch cape that hangs off the front there. Got his leg coming out here and here. Now let's see, what did he have? So his fingers, these ones are oh man, the middle ones are black. Oh, you know what? He's going to be in his snow costume. I just remembered that. All right. All right. Cut, cut, cut. All right, I'm back. It looks like we're safe. He liked the scene where they were fighting in the snow, and he just wanted to see the two of them fighting with swords. So we are just going to continue with what we got going on here. Just working in details. Alright, so off screen here I've got Patrick Zurcher's original design up. So I'm going to try and get that as close as possible here. Which means fixing what I was drawing from memory. Still got a little bit of this really decent vinyl eraser on this surprisingly decent cheap little pencil. So the actual costume, I closed it off up there. It closes off somewhere down here by the rib cage. So let's see, that's gonna be... Oh, he doesn't close it off that close at the neck, I see. Sorry, you guys are having to listen to me think here. That's scary. So it's somewhere over here, and it swings in like that. Okay, alright, now I'm getting it. It's off the shoulders there, like that. It's a little bit thicker. Boom. Something like that. Just keep it kind of loose for now, in case we gotta fix it and erase it. And then it's got these big shoulder things that come off here. Got those. And then here it's black to here, and then this V inside is purple inside the black vest. And then he has like these armored shoulder pad things. And then a bicep block, and then he's got this like Colossus ribbing here. Cable Colossus, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, and then his forearm, so the cabling comes down and crosses over like this. Let's see. To that side, and then he's got armor plating here. It kind of does that. There we go. And, okay, so now I'm glad I looked this up because I was going to do the hands the opposite. So it's the pointer finger and the pinky are black. As well as the thumb. Okay. So this finger's black. And let's see, it wraps down like that. Gets the thumb. And then we're back up here where this is armor on the forearm. And underneath here, we'll have a little bit of that ribbing. So we got armored plate up there, bicep plate in front of that, and then a little bit of the metal ribbing poking through. Alright, starting to look pretty cool. Now, once I get all the details in, oh, you know what we're forgetting? This cool little sheath. I always like to call them holsters, and people are like, they're not holsters. I'm like, I know they're not holsters. I just want to call them that, alright? Jeez. Jeez. So, anyways, here we go. Those are empty. Hopefully that implies, you know what? I don't like it up there. I like his chin being his chin. We're going to make these lower. Alright. There we go. So, both of them being empty, but he's only swinging one sword. That's going to imply that Bloodshot has his other one. So, I may draw in his sword as well a little more just to make sure that they're matching. Maybe I'll let David ink it still, but I'll draw it. Alright, we're pretty much going to be square on with his sword. I think we're only going to see the side like this. And then, let's see, let's have sort of a base on the blade like that. And then we'll have the bottom sticking out like that. I don't know, maybe I'll put like a little some tassels on them or something. That way you can tell they're matching. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. Alright, so I was close on the belt too. I can't believe I forgot his little hip discs. Which we're just going to show like that and like that. And let's see, his costume opens up like that, and you have the ribbing again, the metal Colossus ribbing there, and here on the fronts of the legs. And then again, his little, let's be more just, let's clear some of this up a little. So when I go into ink, I don't have to guess as much as to the frank I was doing. That's right, you thought I was gonna swear? No, I'm not gonna swear on this channel. Kidding? I'm a classy dude. I save my swearings for the proper places. Alright, so I'm gonna, yeah, I like the shape of the buckle I made, but it's not right. It's not right. So let's see, he's got these pieces that come in, and then it does this. Then it's got a little piece here, and a littler piece there. Let's see, let's mimic that. There, there, and there. It's kind of got a border like that. And then here it meets like this. Seems kind of weak now. Let's see, maybe I'll just beef it up myself a little here, kind of like how I had it. No, you know what? I like a beefier belt buckle. That's what we're going for. We'll kind of match this a little there, 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 there. I think I had it like here and here. Yeah, it's on brand enough to me. If he hates it, we'll, I guess we'll give him his money back. I don't know. Alright, this thing's really coming along nicely. I like it. And thanks to the fantastic design of it, when you go into blacking the shadows and the shapes, the black shapes that the costume already has in it, it really looks great. Just like Spider-Man or Batman, when the costume is such a good design that you almost can't mess it up. Alright, so I want to keep the composition is he pushes this way against this. This is our composition on the piece. So I want to have scratches and stuff on him too. I want him to be kind of bloodied up, but I kind of want those to all be part of the composition too, and not really, they'll have attention called to them as they should, but I don't want them to be the focal points or a distraction. Again, I'm just going in and getting rid of some of these construction lines that are unnecessary. Try to make sure I don't have any tangents going on, or at least not too many. See, from that little sketch, we got this in a little over a half hour, I think. Maybe just about a half hour. And it looks like we're going to pull a cheat. The thumb, I'm going to move the thumb over. It's acting more like it was, sorry, I'm tongue-tied. It's a little more as if it was just a closed fist, but that's okay. It's going to look better. I'll swing that out just to make sure I don't get any little tangents. Now, those of you that don't know a tangent, I'll create one right here. Let's see. So I have this square part of the knuckle on the hand, and then we have this line from his shirt or his gi coming down right here. So let's erase what I had for the hand there, and let's say I squared it off there. All of a sudden, where those three lines meet, kind of becomes a focal point on your eye. It gets drawn there. See, no matter where I move it, your eye's kind of focused on it. So you want to avoid that kind of stuff as much as possible. And all it takes sometimes is just a little bit of nudging and a little bit of fudging, and you can get there, especially in tight spots like this. So now when I go into ink it, I'll clean it up really well. And I'm going to come in here in a minute with a ruler and rule out the sword and the handle. I just want to get the figure right first. We're going to have him squinting too. He's pissed. He's intense. There he goes. So then we'll have, even though he's armored, we're going to say maybe his sword can cut through his armor. So he's going to have some scratches like this. A couple on the face. As if they've been fighting for a while. Alright, I'm going to take another break, get some water, and stretch my shoulders and get ready for the next round of this. So stay tuned, homies. Stay tuned.